Hello, Lydia. Welcome to Puro Potente. How have you been?
Oh, I've been great. It's nice to be here with you.
Well, thank you for coming on. I said, I know Christina reached out to me, I don't know, a month and a half or so. And what do you call it? Asked if we could have you on the show. I said, for sure. Hold on. Let's bring in, I got Juan Mendoza here from Tejano TV. This is going to be a good ad here. What's up, Juan? The Machine Gun Radio. Lydia, Juan Mendoza, Juan,
Yes,
Lydia.
hi Juan. It's
Yes.
nice
Hi,
to see
Lydia.
you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to see you again. How's everything going?
Oh, it's going great. Thank you so much. It's been going really good for me, actually, with the song that Tony Guerrero um, arranged for me. It's
Mhm.
going really, really good.
Yo, welcome to Puro Potente. Like I said, talk to us a little bit about your latest. I have a couple of songs because Christina didn't actually tell me what to queue up, so I just queued up a couple that I could find. Amor Mio and Mucho Dolor.
Mhm,
Those are the ones that I queued
mhm.
up. I hope those are okay. But tell us a
Yes,
little
that's
bit.
fine.
Okay, tell us a little bit about what you've been working on. I know you and I were talking a little bit about a song that you got coming up. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, my son actually arranged a really nice song. It's actually symphony orchestra. It's not Tejano, it's not pop, it's something totally different. I've been a fan of Celine Dion, Adele, and I love doing all their songs. But, covers they only take you for a little while. You can, go to a show, do a cover. But I like to make my own music. I love it, and I'm a songwriter. So I like to write. I like to write my own stuff and express myself. So when my son presented to me what he had created, I said, "Oh my goodness, this is just beautiful." So I wrote the lyrics to this song. It's already my vocals are already done. We're waiting on the backup vocals. Hopefully the song will be ready before the new year because that's my goal. I want to get this song out. It's like something holiday-ish, something
Awesome.
before the new year or to close out the year. But this has been a really good year for me. I believe in March or April, I recorded the song Amor Mio with Tony Guerrero and Marco Guerrero. They did an amazing job on the music. Um, they put in a little bit of Tejano, a little bit of conjunto. And see, I was raised on conjunto. I was singing conjunto when I was like 8 years old. My stepdad played with conjunto, so he introduced me to that. And then my biological dad also is a musician. He plays guitar, so he had a little conjunto band as well. And so I always joined in. And so that's what I was raised on. It was conjunto. And then I became a real big fan of Tejano, of course, with Selena, Elida, all these great Tejano singers. And so I put in that blend of a little bit of Tejano, a little bit of conjunto into that song. Well, they did amazing on the music. It sounds a little bit 90s,
Yeah,
sombra
there's nothing wrong
style.
with that.
So I love that. Yeah. And
So,
Tony's really great on putting intros in the songs.
yes,
So
that is.
yeah.
La Sombra.
Yes, yes.
Are you ready for
So
her song? You ready to put it on Tejano TV and Machine Radio?
Yeah, I think we actually have one of her
yes.
videos on Tejano TV. It streams
That
on there,
is
one of
good.
the
But
channels. So
this new one she's talking about, so she sounds very energized and excited about it. So we got to get that on Tejano TV and
yeah,
Machine
I
Radio.
believe, yes, I believe y'all have a song. I have not made a video for this song yet. I'm still anticipating. I don't know if I want to ask Tony if he wants to join in on the video and Marco just do maybe a little of them just by themselves with the instruments they played or something like that. I haven't thought of what I want there yet. So, that's why we haven't talked about it, but I'm pretty sure we're going to get the video done, next year.
That's great. Do you have any shows that you've done lately, or any shows that you're going to be coming up that you'd like to share with the viewers?
Yes, I actually have one tomorrow. I'm doing the Christina Guerrero toy drive
Oh
tomorrow at the Grasshopper
yes,
Club. Yes,
awesome. I've
so
done
I
that one
will be
before.
there.
That's good. That's
Yes,
a good one.
yes, yes, you have, and I will be there tomorrow. I think also Daniel Lopez, the Aventura, Eddie Gonzalez are gonna be there. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see Eddie. I haven't seen him in a long while, so I'm really happy, and excited to see him. And it's just going to be great. It starts off in the morning at the meet and greet, first of all, at Janie's record shop. And then we're going to head on to the Grasshopper. And I believe it starts at 7 or 8
Something
around
like
there.
that.
But yeah, looking forward to that. And then I have the awards. I am nominated for new female artist of the year
Congratulations.
at the Guadalupe Awards. And so
Congratulations.
I'm like, oh my
Okay,
goodness.
I was gonna ask you. I was like, what awards? Because
What
there's
award?
there's there's so many going on
You
right
beat
now,
me
man.
to it,
Yes,
one.
yes,
There's so
yes,
many going on right now. I'm like lost right now at this point. I didn't even know the Tejano Music Awards were today.
Neither did
yes,
I.
That's how lost I was until they were like until
yes.
Rick said, "Oh, we're gonna be there tomorrow." I was like, "It's already tomorrow and it's today," and he's already there. So he's representing for Tejano TV anyway. So we'll give it up to Slick Rick.
Yes, and I actually was scheduled to walk the red carpet at the Tejano Music Awards, but I said, "Oh my goodness, I still have preparations for, Christina's event tomorrow, and then the awards on Sunday, the Guadalupe Awards." So, and then all the way to Katie, and then to come back in time, I was worried about that. So I didn't make it this year. I was there last year. I did walk the red carpet last year, and I'm hoping that next year I get to at least present or something and see what we can do, because I am going to do another Tejano song at the beginning of the year. I don't know yet how it's gonna go, but I know I got to put out another Tejano song, because that I'm Tejano. I'm multi-genre, but Tejano's my main because I am Tejana. I'm from San Antonio,
Well, let me
Texas,
ask you,
and I
since you
gotta
guys
keep it
both
going.
you both brought up the Tejano Music Awards, I was gonna wait a little bit before I got on it. This is gonna be great. We got Juan. Juan, you weren't supposed to be part of this conversation.
That's fine. There's a lot of talent out there. There's a lot of people out there, great singers and all that. And I consider myself as one that, you know, I've been in the shadows. Nobody knows who I am. Although I have been in the Tejano industry since 2012, nobody knows who I am because they kind of keep us a little bit because some of us don't have bands. And I think maybe that has a lot to do with it.
That's why they say Tejano's dead, and of course we know it's not because we're in it.
Mhm.
We know what's
Of
out
course.
there, but I
Well,
think
if
it's
you look at Tejano TV's numbers, well, the views and streams and all of that, we know that it's not dead. And
and you
well, let's take a listen, Lydia, to Amor Mio. This is the one you said that Tony helped you on.
Yes, Tony
Sounds
Guerrero and Marco Guerrero.
yes, it sounds really good. So let's take a listen to it, and we'll talk a little bit on the other side. Okay.
Okay.
Well, there you have it, man. That was a great song, man. I didn't know when I heard it. I said, you know what? That sounds familiar. It sure does. It's the Sombra Hardcore. What do you think, Juan?
Yeah, the intro, man. The intro is what got me,
I
man. I
love
was
it.
like, yeah, they put their little spin on it and they came out great. I liked it. That was good.
Mm-hmm.
Very good arrangements. Like I said, we got Christina Guerrero says, I love the song. Of course you love the song. Come on, man. You listened to it for many years. And you can never that's one thing I gotta give it to the Sombra. Tone and his sound. It's always been him. I mean, with those keyboards, the sounds, the just the way they choose to use them and the arrangements they come up with. There, it's a sombra. It screams a sombra, and that's what you want. Say, you know what? When
Mm-hmm.
you hear it, man, you just know who it is. No andas con que, pues who is that, man? What group is that, man? The Sombra was one of those groups.
Yeah.
Excelencia was another one. You
Hmm.
just knew. Fiebre was another one. I mean, they didn't. There
Mm-hmm.
was nobody who sounded like them when they came in. They recorded a song. You knew exactly who it was, and I think that's what we're missing a lot of these days as well.
Is those little twists in the music? I guess what you could tell who's who.
Well, Lydia, was there any back behind the scenes type of stories with this song? I know you did you said you did it with Tone and Marco. There, how was that experience? Talk to us a little bit about that.
Ah, uh, well, I wrote the song, and when I had the song for a while actually, and I told Christina, I said, you know what, I have this Tejano song that I just wrote. I said, but I don't know who to ask to arrange the music for it, and she said, my brother does. I said, what brother? And he would do that for me, and like, do you really think so? I said he's not going to agree
He's
to this.
not going to. I would have thought the same thing.
And I was really intimidated. I was kind of afraid of Tony. He always struck me as a tough guy. Like, I don't talk to nobody.
Just say it.
I
He
say
was
hi.
you thought
But he's
just say you thought
nothing
Tony was
like
tough.
that. Oh my goodness, he's nothing like that. He's really a cool guy. So when we first met up and to record the song, and I'm looking at him like this, frozen, and he says, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yes, yes." But I was so scared at first. Like I said, oh man, he's a professional. Like, oh my goodness, if I messed up or if he tells me my voice ain't good enough, I'm gonna cry. But no, everything went well. He said, oh, you know what? That little part right there, let's do it over. I think you can sound better. He didn't say that I did sounded bad. He just said better. I was like, wow, he was really amazing. Really made me feel comfortable at recording and kind of said, you know what, this next time kind of go a little bit like this right there. Okay. And I just followed, a little bit of how he told me to use my voice. And he said, no, he said, you have a good voice. And I was really relieved and happy. And I said,
Awesome.
wow, it was a really nice experience. I
That's
had
good.
worked with Marco already a couple of months before that. I had did a show at Sam's Burger Joint, and Marco actually played the drums for me. So me and Marco had already met and kind of knew each other a little bit. But this was my first time ever like up close with Tony Guerrero. I had seen him before, took pictures and all of that, but never to the point to actually work with him. But he was amazing. He was amazing. He's really a cool guy, down to earth, and he just made me feel great. And when I heard the song, once he said, I'm gonna finish mixing, master, I'll send you the see if you like it, if there's something that you don't like and you want me to change, but I heard it and I sat here and I was crying of how happy I felt. And I was like, wow, they did so great. I think
Dude,
it's more because Tony always looks so serious.
yes.
Yeah.
He's standing there, he's doing, watching the
He's just
band
paying
or,
attention.
or he's at the awards or anything, wherever he is, he's just so serious, and you think to yourself, man, he's a really famous guy from the 90s. I mean, I watched him all the time. I watched all his videos and, heard all his songs. And like
Of course.
here in 2025, doing a song with Tony, like really, I was like, is this really going to happen?
Is it-
Or
well,
am I,
here it is.
dreaming,
Here it
pinch me
is.
or
Yeah.
something? But
Yes, obviously. How about you, Lydia? What do you think about that?
drinking on stage, I don't personally. I drink. You know, I usually drink one or two beers before I go because I like beer. I liquor too. I'll drink a mixed drink, you know, here or there, but I don't like the sugary stuff so much. I like my beer. I guess because my dad used to. Well, not beer, mija. You're not beer, mija. Once I reach my age, right? Because you know, I followed along, and I never say no to a beer. I have to
Well,
be really sick or with a bad headache if I say no to a beer. So, you know, I drink a beer or two before I go up on stage, relaxes me, does it feel good. But to drink to the point where I'm already gonna mess it up for everybody or not know what I'm doing up there, like, no, you know, don't
I'm
overdo it,
gonna
like you
say
say.
yes.
Don't do
Hmm.
it. A little bar, you're playing a little bar or something. Okay, cool. It's, take a second, catch your breath and compose yourself. Take a drink real quick and then put it back and get back to playing again.
I mean, and I've thought. I mean, there is a fine line because I do know. I so when I drink and I catch myself, I'll sing better and this is true. I mean, I know because you're te sueltas.
Hmm.
So
Mm,
you're more
Yeah.
passionate when
hmm.
you drink two or three beers and then you start singing. Loosens you up to let the sentimiento. Well, we're gonna put mucho dolor, Lydia. This is the song. Tell us a little bit about this song before we go ahead and spin it. Talk to me
Okay,
about it.
this song was released in 2023. However, this song was recorded in 2012. This song was arranged by Anthony Hernandez of Los Dudes. And, you
Wow.
know, we were very close friends, um, Anthony and his wife and I. And I had all these songs that I had written. And I asked Anthony, I said, you know, do you arrange music? He said, yeah, all the time. And I said, okay, well, I have a couple of songs. I sang it to him. Soon, you know, that same month, we were in the recording studios recording this whole songs. We actually did uh, a whole album. But when I went to upload them on DistroKid, which is the distributor, they didn't allow me to upload the other ones with the album because they were covers and I didn't have the license. So I had to get the license for those songs, but they weren't able to be included in the album. But if I do a physical one, I'm going to include them all. But we did, and this is one of the songs that was original. We did 8 original songs of mine, country and Tejano, and then I did three covers, 8 songs. They were all an album. Anthony Hernandez arranged all of them. He also played every instrument uh, during the arrangement.
All right. Well, let's take a listen to that, and we'll talk a little bit about it on the other side. Okay.
Alrighty.
Yo nunca jamás te quiero ver por todo lo que tú acabas de hacer. Siempre me
I
Well,
want to
it's
see that show on Tejano TV.
it's Friday night. It's a little after 8, and here we are. Well,
Ask Lydia a question real quick.
okay.
Yeah, we got a few more weeks left of the Three Amigos show, of course, before we end the year and stuff. And actually, Lydia, we need to get you back on because last time she was having some technical difficulties when we got on the show, and
Yeah.
we her part ended real quick. So I
Hmm.
promise we will get you sometime at the beginning of the year. We'll get you back on there. That we can
Okay.
tell your story on live on the air.
Okay.
But no, Lydia, real quick, what plans do you have for the holiday?
Oh, the holidays. I'll be spending with family. Hoping to finish this song. I want to get it out for the holidays. It has that holiday ring to it, although it's not a holiday song, but since it's symphony, kind of, I think it would be exciting. But yeah, mostly spend with my family. I have kids and grandkids, and looking forward. My daughter lives up there, North Texas, so looking forward for them coming down here and spending time with us. So yeah, it's just a family time. I have already started decorating my house as well, put up my lights and all that, getting ready.
Nice.
Cook up
Eh,
that bird on Thursday. I want to real quick give a shout out to TDK because I know he's on here. So
Yes, he was
TDK, my
losing. He
friend.
was losing. He was in on a high spot where he didn't have any cellular data or something. I don't know,
I
but he
thought
was
I
like
thought
kind
he
of
would have.
Oh.
I thought he would have been at the awards right now.
I thought
Yeah,
he'd be
I thought he was
bored.
gonna go too. And Christina, of course, my promoter. Also, I think my manager is on here, Joshua Vega, also happens to be my son. And so, shout out to everybody
Okay.
that was on. Asking you go and follow my pages, go and follow my Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I'm very active on TikTok. I love TikTok. YouTube. Please go subscribe to my YouTube. I have like 300 subscribers. I need 500 to get
I
paid for my
need
little,
500.
we, you
Follow.
know,
There you go.
It's an opportunity for me to talk more with Lydia and get to know her. And like I say, with us three here, it worked out very well. I want to thank both of you for
Mhm.
coming on and taking the time. I know that it's Friday.
Yes, it's
It was
fine.
great to get to know you, Lydia. Juan, it was awesome talking with you, chopping it up.
Much.
Juan, hey,
Thank
Thank you,
thank
Lydia.
you for plugging that. I
thank
needed that.
you.
Hey, I needed to remind me for that. Saludos, raza. Hasta la próxima.